As the 20th century turned into the 21st century, there were an estimated 6.5 billion people on planet Earth. From the beginning of recorded history, some have estimated that the total number of human beings that have lived is somewhere between 90 and 110 billion, most of whom were born after 1000 AD. And yet, after more than 6,000 years of searching, no one has been able to find any conclusive evidence which would explain our presence here. The late Carl Sagan once likened our dilemma to orphans, abandoned on a cosmic doorstep of a vast universe without a clue as to where we came from or why. In a certain sense, he was right. We have no compelling evidence which would forever satisfy our need to know our true purpose. No unequivocal proof of who we really are. If we accept what we see around us at face value, without trying to reach beyond the physical, we would be forced to conclude that we are here for no greater reason than to sustain ourselves while we procreate. Our true meaning then lies in two self-serving acts: feeding and reproducing ourselves. And that's all. So how can we ever know? What are we to do while looking for that elusive proof of our purpose? We believe. We study, we reason, and then we believe in something. There is no other choice. Each and every one of us believes there is some compelling reason for our presence on this small planet. Even those who say they haven't given this issue much thought have stated their belief that discovering the reason for our presence is not important enough to bother with it. That is their belief. Everyone formulates a plausible reason why they exist. It is from that belief that all other actions, choices, and decisions flow. No one lives here without some belief that justifies their presence. There is a deep, rich irony in this mystery. It is this: whether or not one believes there is a God, an all-powerful creator, there's a certain genius in placing us in a vacuum with nothing but ourselves as evidence for ourselves, where we are forced to choose. We are forced to believe in something. We are the only self-conscious creatures on Earth. We are the only ones that notice we are here. What are we to do with that information? The only thing we can do. We believe. So then the great question before each and every one of us is, what do you believe? After this, Jesus, knowing all things were now accomplished, that the scripture might be fulfilled, said, I thirst. Now a vessel full of sour wine was sitting there, and they filled a sponge with sour wine, put it on hyssop, and put it to his mouth. So when Jesus had received the sour wine, he said, It is finished. And bowing his head, he gave up his spirit. It is upon this scripture, this verse, that all of Christianity rests. Therefore, is it not fair to ask, how can a mere 3 words form the basis for a belief so widespread that it spans every continent? A faith so deep that millions have been martyred because they trust their very lives to the person who uttered those words. If it is finished, is it not fair to ask, what is finished? The answer is at the beginning.